We finally here now, baby. Training camp here, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are finally back on the field, and it's for real this time. All these practices matter. And in this video, bro, we're going to break down how the first day of practice went. Let's go.
I'm terrific. I'm finessing in that kitchen, dead Fisher. Dope, y'all call it something like or any other faces such as Reggie Miller. I'm in that bit like a man.
So, first day of practice of the Jacksonville Jaguars training camp is officially in the books, man. And before we get into this video, bro, I'll make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, some of the dope Jaguar content on the internet, man. So let's get into the video, man. First day of training camp, it's over with, man. And I have much to say, man, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they look good today, man. They came out there, and Liam Cohen has really got this team focused on not being one-hit wonders. And the intensity, the competition was there today to see out there opening day of training camp. And so there's a few takeaways I want to talk about, not in any particular order that this is going on with this team. So let's get right into it, man. Chris Rodriguez, bro, running back Chris Rodriguez. He was on the field today participating in drills, and it was good to see him on the field because, again, he got hurt during OTAs, wasn't really participating out there during OTAs, but to see him back out there on the field participating with all the running backs doing this thing, it was good to see. And it's going to be good to see because, like I say, this running back room is going to be very competitive. And like I say, Liam Cohen said, like again, today he mentioned in his press conference after practice that it's going to come down when they put the pads on. That's when we can really assess the running back room, when they put these pads on, how these guys run and things like that. Drills are important, and he did say that, but he can't really make an honest assessment on the running backs to the pads come on. So it's going to be a couple of weeks, maybe a week or two before we can start really seeing anybody making some type of separation in the running back room. But good positive note, Chris Rodriguez was on the field, and he was participating. The next big positive news was Travis Hunter. Now, I put this in the video yesterday about Travis Hunter being back on the field for the first time, participating in the team organization. He looked good out there, man. I mean, fluently. It looked like he was like shaking off any rest from the injury as far as his fluent run, things like that. He did miss a pass early on the day in practice. But again, he hasn't really been able to really lock step with Trevor Lawrence like that, like other wide receivers, but now he can kind of establish his rhythm, things like that. And Trevor Lawrence did mention in his press conference after practice day that him and Trevor Hunter have been building some recording this offseason. But this was the first time, you know, him being with the team in full participation. And it was good to see Travis Hunter, man, do that, man. Let's just see going on through the training camp how Travis Hunter role evolve on this team. You know, as far as playing defense, offense, things like that. But positive note, like I said again, Travis Hunter was on the field for the first time and doing everything everybody else was doing. One thing I did notice, though, that the defense picked up where they left off at from the OTAs, man. They were making plays, and they had the offense at times, rattle a little bit, man, throughout the practice. So it's like, this defense, man, is looking like they're really trying to set the tone for this team and be like, hey, when we out here trying to do our thing, you got a lot of guys on this defense, got a lot to prove from Trayvon Walker, Josh Hines-Allen, or Terry Brown, hell, even Travis Hunter, saying he can play both ways, So you have a lot of guys on the defense that are trying to prove, and it showed today in practice, man. They made a lot of plays. And Liam Cohen mentioned in his interview that, he didn't really like a lot of the ball being on the ground, a lot on the offensive side. But then you got to tip your hat to the defense and Anthony Campanelli and what he's doing on the defensive side of the ball. Got these guys playing at a high level early on in training camp, even though it's the first day. But let's see if this defense can continue to build on this. And if we can see, a couple of days of this defense is, doing what they did like they did today, then we may have to have a conversation, early on and later on in this training camp. Hey, will the defense be the strongest unit on this team? Right now, a lot of people feel like the offense is the strongest unit. But from looking at today, hey, we just got to see, man. And then the admin note, Zay Jones was in the building, and he was getting looked at, physical things like that. Now, I'm not sure if the Jaguars are going to sign him, but he was in the building. So that'll be a person to look out for. Now, we did sign another cornerback. because we signed, I think, Dane Jackson or somebody like that, corner. He got hurt in OTA, so we re-signed another corner. So, and I say all that to say, just be prepared, man. The Jaguars, that we're not done doing moves. James Gladstone, Tony Baselli, they're going to make the best possible decisions for this team. And if they see somebody out there that they feel like can help us win, they're going to do it. So with them looking at Zay Jones and bringing in another cornerback, that just tells us and tells me that the Jacksonville Jaguars are continually to get this team better, and they're going to do it at all costs. Now, Liam Cohen did mention in his post practice interview about, you know, stand firm on attacking and just being a team that's not going to rest on their loins. And you saw that today. Like, you know, previous teams that we saw in the past, you know, Jacksonville Jaguars, you probably kind of seen like they might be a little lackadaisical in practice, things like that from what I've seen. But this year, this team is locked in. They're competitive. And I mean, they're competing on all phases, from the special teams, from the offense, defensive line, O-line. Everybody's competing, man. You saw that today. And Liam Cohen has continued to instill that. Another thing that he talked about too, and that you can see in practice, is they're still trying to find out, you know, what packages work. Now, I know a lot of people, and I do agree that they're going to be using a 13 personnel or a 3 tight end set that's going to be on the field a lot. Now, he mentioned that, you know, in Tampa Bay, you know, they had a particular personnel setting that they used to out scheme the defense win and take advantage of. And I think, you know, today they were working on that, trying to figure out that those plays or that package that can really scheme up the defense, man. And I just think that, you know, with the additions that they got, man, you know, the tight end with Kirk and Tanner Cole, along with Ben Strange, this tight end room is going to be one of the deadliest tight end rooms in the NFL, man. And today, I just think that, you know, they just built towards that, man, in a sense, man. But Liam Cohen talked about the offense as well. And on the last note, man, I do want to talk about is Jack Kaiser. Jack Kaiser did get hurt today at practice. Now, don't know how serious it is. We'll know more later today or tomorrow how serious this is. But this is very key because, you know, we're already going into a situation where, you know, the linebackers has already been in question about certain things and about, you know, can the guys pick up the slack from Devin Lloyd? But, you know, this could be something we got to watch for. Now, like I say, we got guys that we confident in your boy, it comes to my head, linebacker Ventrell Miller. We trust him, but we do still need depth. So let's see if the Jaguars maybe sign somebody in, bring somebody in, if this Jack Kaiser injury can lead or later on in the season, or it's a serious injury, man. But those are my thoughts of what happened the first day of training camp. I will be back out there on Sunday to get footage of the training camp, man. Be on the lookout, man. It's your boy Joe. Subscribe to the channel, man. You're going to get some of the best Jaguar content, authentic Jaguar content on this channel, man. It's your boy Joe. I'm out. Peace. And it also, too, man, check out my latest video on Travis Hunter and more. They're all up at the top, man.